Alright, so I'm Miss Evans.
I'm Miss Kate. I'm Miss Short.
Here you go, Spring.
Okay, can you guys think back to the activities that we did? And let's think about our investigation question. It said, what causes a ruler and other objects to make the sound? Okay, can anybody tell me what they heard whenever Miss Tate hit the end of the ruler with her hand? Can anybody tell me what they heard or saw or felt?
The ruler vibrated.
Okay.
The ruler bounced.
What they see, it bounced, okay? Chad, did you have your hand raised?
I heard a snap.
A snap.
Okay, so who said bounce? Who was that said bounce?
I did.
Alright, did it bounce in every direction? Like, was it going crazy or
No,
did it
just went back and forth.
back and forth? Okay.
Not like a rubber ball.
Okay.
Okay, what do you guys see with this, the pan and the spoon whenever they were hitting? What do you guys feel? Let's see.
It shook.
It shook?
Okay, what do you mean it shook? Did it shake in every direction? Was there a specific
No,
way?
it like bounced up and down, or like went back from where he said bounce. That's not a good word.
That's fine.
Shook was a very nice word.
Alright.
Okay, and with the rubber bands, what kind of things did you guys observe whenever you're in that activity? Was there a lot of movement? What do you guys have to do to, whenever you guys are moving them around?
Pull.
Get a pull? Okay. What did it feel like whenever you were strumming?
What happened when you, okay, so I know we had one person holding it and one person grabbed it and let it go. What happened when you let it go? What did the rubber band do? Did it just stop where it was? Did it go right back to where it was? It kept moving? How was it moving?
You're kind of like, yeah, wiggle.
Okay. In every direction or?
No, if I pulled it up, it went down and up.
Okay.
Okay, and with the shakers, what did we do whenever we first picked them up? Did we hold them silent? Right? And what was the difference between whenever we were holding them silent and moving them around? What was the difference? What did you guys feel? You know, for when you're not moving something that has...
You could feel like the weight kind of on the bottom, and you could feel like the little beads inside. Like
Okay.
feel them.
And then, like, that's whenever you were shaking them, you could feel that? Or whenever it's just...
Yeah, if you were shaking it, you could kind of feel them like pass in your
Bouncing
hands, like on this.
Okay.
And what were the beads doing that made you feel them?
Bouncing around.
Okay.
Okay. Did you hear anything whenever they were bouncing around?
Yeah, it kind of sounded like, I guess, some maraca, like shaking.
Like a maraca?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's look at this chart with our observations over here. What are some things you notice that certain ones have in common? It might not be on all of them, but it's at least on one or two of them. Two or three of them.
We all said that they were moving.
All moving? Okay. I'll write that over here. Okay, anything else? Were some of them moving in the same direction or in certain directions?
Up and down.
Up and down? Okay, so we have that here and here. Why do you think the ruler was moving back and forth? Let's think back to it. You said it was moving back and forth, correct, Jennifer?
No, I said yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So when we
Tired.
think about the ruler, was it actually moving back and forth, or was it moving in a
Side to
different
side.
side to side?
It could be up and down.
But that's a form of back and forth.
Right.
And up and down is another way of saying back and forth,
Okay.
right?
So
Yeah.
basically, all of these are the same, and we're noticing that pattern. Now, why do you think the shakers weren't moving back and forth? Why do we not have that on there?
Because they had more space, they were loose.
Okay.
when we were holding them still didn't move, but when we shook them, what was inside them moved the way we moved them.
Yeah,
which
you
was-
just couldn't see it, right?
Right.
Right. But it was still a back and forth motion.
Motion.
If you were shaking it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have looked at our evidence, we're going to go over a few words. I noticed that Chelsea used the word vibrated. Can anybody tell me what that word means? Patrick?
It means that something's moving like up and down or back and forth.
Very good. All right, so our definition that we're going to use, we said that up and down is a form of back and forth. So very good. And our definition says to move back and forth quickly. So that's what vibrate means. So now we're going to answer our investigation question. And you guys, if you notice, you have your handout. And you have the questions here, so you guys can just kind of fill this out with me as we go. Alright. So, our investigation question is, what causes a roller and other objects to make a sound? So our answer to that question is, I think I can make a roller and other objects make a sound by. And who has an idea of how, based on our evidence, we can make a sound with the objects? What do we need to do to the objects to have them make a sound? Megan?
Making it vibrate or move it.
Very good. So I think I can make a ruler and other objects make a sound by making the ruler and other objects vibrate back and forth. Is everyone following along? Everyone understanding? And I know this is kind of hard to see, so if you guys have a question, then just let us know. We can tell you what it says. But this first part that we just answered is called our claim, because we said we made a claim about how we can make a ruler and other objects make a sound. So if you'll notice in parentheses, we have the word claim. That's just saying we can make a sound by making the ruler and other objects vibrate back and forth. But now that we've made a claim, we need evidence to support that. So evidence is what you saw over here, our observations about how we can make the ruler and other objects make a sound. So what did you see to tell you that you need to make the ruler and other objects vibrate back and forth? Megan?
Because I only saw the objects make a sound when they moved.
Very good. So, because I saw the ruler and other objects vibrate back and forth when I heard a sound. So,
All right. Does everyone have all that written down? Everyone all caught up? Okay, I'm almost yes. Okay, so the whole idea of what we did today with vibrations and sound and hearing that, the older scientists that are a little older than you that actually study this on a daily basis call it sound energy. And the whole reason that this is possible is because of vibrations. So are there any questions? Okay. Yep.
Do I keep it rolling?
Yeah, keep it rolling. Sound team, what ideas did you have for revising or questions?
We're condensing that.
Okay,
Do a lot less.
how can you start at your IQ? How can you simplify your IQ?
causes an object to make a sound.
Yes, great. You know what's interesting is many of you have your objects from the engage phase in your IQ, and probably not. Like, just take out the ruler. You really, I mean, the ruler is, did you only have 3 things in your explore phase that the kids were observing?
No, we had all 4. They used the ruler too. They did the ruler.
Oh, they did the ruler themselves. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I forgot that. So your IQ, what kind of object makes sound? I like that. And then the claim will be shortened. I think I can make objects make a sound by making them vibrate. Because I saw. Now, leave that up there. Class, everybody, class, science teachers, how can they improve the evidence they wrote up there? From the investigation. Remember, you want kids to be specific with their evidence. Anybody have an idea?
Because I saw the ruler and the rubber bands and the shakers move back and forth or vibrate back and forth.
Yeah. So something about the ruler moving back and forth. The ball,
For the evidence?
the beans and the shakers bouncing. Something specific, like what is a kid seeing with her eyeballs? Because I saw the beans bounce back and forth.
Now, on that, are you looking for, because I saw them bounce back and forth when they made a sound, like, do you want that on there? Or
Which article we have? That's kind of like what you just said.
I don't, because vibrate, so remember we talked about kids know that teachers want them to use the vocab. They may not know what vibrate means. And so let's actually make them write out what vibrate means, because you have vibrate in the claim.
Yeah.
So the evidence is what they actually saw with their eyeballs, and that shows you that they know what vibrate means.
So even though that they had the vibrate definition on the board and went over it, that's not sufficient enough. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, don't you have to see something?
It was taken under
Signs
the
or something?
So we don't need to say vibrate, we just need to say move. Like they
No, you have vibrate in your claim.
Okay. So
You have vibrate in your claim, which is great.
But
So you don't want it in evidence too. You want, because I saw the ruler and other objects move when I heard a sound, right? Or move back
No,
and
she
forth.
was specific, so she felt the spin.
Yeah.
Well,
And so I felt the rubber band move back and forth. when I
Yes.
made a sound.
Well, by explaining it, because they just learned the term vibrate, so like by reinforcing it by what it does, you're reinforcing them learning the term. So like by saying, I saw the, shakers vibrate, you're reinforcing that they in fact know what the word vibrate means, I guess. That's how I would take it anyway. Maybe not.
Right. So the kids can put vibrate either way. They can put it in both the claim and the evidence. But you want to have like specific evidence that they know what vibrate means.
Yeah.
So like the ruler moved or something, the beans bounced around.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make
We're
sense?
just saying we don't have to have it because we didn't grade our pre-test like they have it.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay, great.
Like,
Okay, I have some other feedback. I'm sorry, I have other feedback. Can you not, hold on, Ashley. So, real quick. So, and this is for everybody too. So you've got your items. Since you guys are doing it really great, you should probably have pictures of the items. Do you have pictures?
Yeah, we're doing a PowerPoint. We're going to do it on the
Okay, great.
whiteboard, but
What you should do is, when I observed this last year, this is something I noticed. The kids forget, so when you go up to pan and spoon, just do it really quick. Okay, guys, bang, bang, bang. Remember, what did you notice? And then, okay, rubber band, or you're not doing rubber bands, but shakers, shake, shake, shake. Okay, guys, what did you know? Like, just to remind them, because they stare at you blankly. Like, you think they remember, but just quickly do it, like how they did. When you, for everybody, when you have your data table, title it with something. So what do you want to title this column? Maybe it's just because you're in a hurry.
yeah.
But what do you want to title this column? What are these?
Observation.
Observations. So reinforce that language of observations. Okay. I like how whoever was doing this directed it. I think vibrate. I think it was you. Somebody said vibrate, and you directed them to what's vibrate. And you circled back and forth. Helping them connect that vibrate is what? It's the bouncing again. So making that connection to the chart was really good. You got that. Good. Oh, I've been any kind of important language, have the class repeat it. So vibration. Everybody say vibration. Evidence. Everybody say evidence. Like get the kids to repeat important concepts out loud. Okay, great. All right, moving along. Next group.
Do I press the red button?
Yeah, turn it.